Hey, my friend, welcome. It's Ty Hicks, results coach and national influence and leadership trainer. I'm so excited to have you here. I wanted to take a few minutes to share with you one of the most important habits that I would say I ever developed. I get asked all the time, hey, Ty, what should I be doing on a regular basis? Day in and day out, what is it that I need to do to really sustain progress over time? What's a way for me to make sure that I'm not slipping up after I've actually gotten a couple victories under my belt? And these are all fantastic questions to be asking because it's easy to have change, in one moment, but it's difficult to sustain it over time for most people. And I have really thought long and hard about this. Is there like a keystone habit that would really be vital to making sure that you're consistently making progress? And as much as, I think there are a lot of very useful answers to that question, there's one answer that came to me that I really wanted to share with you all because I thought you'd appreciate it, and I think it's something that you can do that you'd actually have fun with, honestly, that would help you make progress consistently day in and day out. And for the record, there are a lot of very important habits out there that I think are really good. And in fact, if you've ever seen my Personal Freedom Day Planner training, if you're a part of that group who's gained access to that resource, then you've probably seen my entire daily ritual that I recommend for anybody in order for them to really have a high performance day every single day. And there's a lot of different kind of rituals that are baked into that. But if I were going to narrow it down to just one habit that you could ingrain that I think would be the most fundamental, I would probably point to one of the ones that I developed several years ago that was completely transformative, and I had no idea how powerful it would be until I started doing it on a regular basis. And so the habit that I developed was consuming new ideas every single day. Okay, now my philosophy on this is I do not let a day go by without consuming some new ideas that I think could help me achieve my mission in life. All right, and the value of this consistency is you just can't be understated. It's incredibly powerful what happens here. First of all, if you're looking for reason to be convinced that you should be doing this, then I would probably point you to the fact that most Americans read on average one book a year, while most Fortune 500 CEOs read on average one or two books a week. The most high-paid individuals in our society, as well as the highest performers in virtually every industry, are all frequent readers. And they're all individuals who have taken it upon themselves to consume new ideas on a regular basis. Now, that type of uniformity amongst, these elite individuals, I don't think should be glossed over. I don't think you can just easily look at that and say, yeah, well, that works for them. Maybe it's not related. I don't really want to do it. Let me share with you what ingraining this habit in my daily routine has provided for me, and for the clients that I've recommended this to who've done it, I know it's transformed their lives as well. So first of all, the benefit of doing this is that you are enriching your model of the world every single day. Now, think of it like this. If you were out in the woods and I gave you a map and you had to get to a particular destination, but your map only showed you like 25% of the way of how to get there, then you'd be in a little bit of trouble, right? Well, that's kind of how most people approach their lives. There's something that they actually really would love to have. Maybe they want to be wealthy. Maybe they want to have an extraordinary relationship. Maybe they want their health to be amazing. But the problem is most people tend to resign themselves to the existence that they can foreseeably conceive as possible for them. And what that comes from is the richness of your model of the world. And in order for you to expand that map, your model of the world, you have to expand it by consuming new ideas. You have to get new life references, in other words, okay? So if you currently think that the most you're ever going to make is $40,000 a year, that's a problem, right? Because there are people out there making $40 million a year. And if you want to be one of them, then you need to start expanding your references. You need to start getting yourselves exposed to people who have had different standards, who've had different belief systems, who follow different plans in life, right? You need to get acclimated to the fact that there is a wide open world out there for you to be able to discover how to do things. Okay, the way I like to think of it is, you know, I tend to look at the entirety of human knowledge as a vast open sandbox. You know, like kind of the, well, let's say a beach, right? Like the biggest beach that you could possibly imagine. And each little handful of sand is an idea. And very often what we're doing is we're just playing in this one little box that we know exists on this beach, and we're just trying to create the best castle we can with the sand that we have. Well, the problem is there is a whole beach stretched out. You don't even know, you can't even conceive how large it is and how far stretching it is. And if you never venture outside of your little plot that you're playing in, you're never going to be able to build the most magnificent castle you possibly could, right? That's my philosophy of it. So I never miss the act of consuming new ideas. I would rather miss a meal than miss a reading. And that's my philosophy with that, because I know I've constantly got to be pushing out the boundaries of my model of the world. Now, you might be thinking, well, Ty, I mean, how am I going to change my life if I'm just reading all the time? You know, shouldn't I be exercising every day or, you know, doing something else? Well, I do believe you should be doing that too, absolutely. But the reason I pick this as probably the most fundamental habit that I think you should adopt if you really want to change your life is, the more you expand your references, the more discontent you're going to be with your current life circumstances, and the more propelled you will feel to actually take action to change them. In other words, reading every day is not just reading every day. It's reading every day, and it gets you new ideas, it gives you new insights, and it gives you the prompt to take new action. And that's what's really the most valuable piece of this, is right now you have a limited set of answers and solutions to your life challenges. And if you want to expand, if you want to become more, if you want to do more, you've got to expand that model of the world. So I highly recommend that you start consuming new ideas every day. And some days, you know, I'm doing this for an hour. Some days it's 15 minutes. But every day I'm consuming some new idea that I think could serve me. On average, I'm reading about 2 books a week right now. I've been doing that for a couple of years. And it's been a fantastic experience for me. I have fun with it. I also listen to audiobooks at the gym, in my car, anywhere I possibly can. And I'm consuming so many new ideas that they're always helping serve me and giving me new ideas, giving me potential ideas to provide value to you and to my clients, and ways to improve my own life and help the people in my family and my friends. So it's a vitally important habit. And it's fun. You know, just go and consume new ideas and enjoy it. Get curious again, like you were when you were a kid, for new answers, for new insights that could help you improve your life. It's an incredible experience. Now, the last thing that I'll say that adds incredible value about this habit to your life is that if you read 10 books and each of those 10 books has an idea in them, you don't just have 10 ideas. Because what happens is adding new ideas to your model of the world creates a multiplicative value add as opposed to an additive value add. What I mean by that is, if you consume 10 ideas, you don't just have 10 new ideas, because all of those 10 ideas interweave with each other and relate with each other. And then all of a sudden, because you read this and you read this, you now make a new connection, or you remember this thing you read last year and now you use it. So your entire model of the world becomes richer and adds new dimensions to itself as you consume new ideas. It's in a way that you can't even conceive of until you start embarking on this journey. So it's a fantastic habit to develop. I highly recommend you do it. Make it a resolution and make it fun. If you're looking for a reading list, reach out to me, comment out to me. I'd love to give you some recommended reads of some of the ones that have been most transformative for my life. But I hope you take this habit seriously. I have a video coming to you soon that's going to be on how to make change stick. It's been a theme of some of the videos I've been sharing with you recently, how you develop habits that maintain momentum, how do you make sure that personal change doesn't go away, and I'm very excited in this next video to share with you even more takeaways that you can use to improve your life and keep it improved over time. So I hope this served you. I hope you're feeling purposeful and passionate today. Go out there, consume some new ideas, and get excited and curious. Talk to you soon, my friend. Take care.